Almost there, guys. Give me a second. I'm sorry, it was not supposed to go this way, but I'm coming up. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. It's not letting me paste. Where's my paste button? Boop. Okay, publish and publish. Okay. Okay. I am so sorry about that, guys, but we're here now. Hello, how's it going, Coral? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for submitting your taxes, and congrats on grabbing first. I appreciate it. We are just getting started here. Unfortunately, I'm a little, just a smidge late, but that's okay. That's okay. Also, okay, yeah, we're good. I had to look for something and I couldn't find it, and I thought I had it, but I didn't. So I spent like 30 minutes searching for a file on my computer that does not exist anymore. So that was fun. That was really, really fun. However, I have also spent some time cleaning my room. You can't see it, but my desk is clean. Ish. It's still got a lot of junk on it, but it's cleaner than what it was. And my table over there is cleaner than it was. And I'm just trying to move everything to its proper place so that I can have space to do the things I want to do. Thank you for submitting your taxes, Admiral. Much appreciated. Hello, Cozy Rogue. Good to see you. We're playing King SMP today. And let me kind of give you guys an idea of what we're going to be up to. Today, oh, is it still whitelisted? My bad. My bad. I meant to turn that off. Okay, you should be able to join now. Sadly, I had to do a lot of updates today to the server. A lot of the plugins were out of date. We're still on 1.21.4, but now that we've updated everything, we're closer to being able to do 1.21.5. Sorry, which has the new mob variants and the flowers and the firefly bushes and those things. I can't wait to have those on the server. It's gonna be great. It'll actually, that might be our last update for King SMP, although there's a small smidge of a chance we could get the ghasts, the happy ghast before King SMP season 3 ends. We'll see. So, catch you guys up here. This is Bonsai Grove. This is the area I've been working in for the last little while, and I'm trying to finish it. This is hopefully the final stream of me working in Bonsai Grove. We have this huge area right here that needs to be utilized, and I've got some ideas to make sure it's done. And basically, my first and probably largest thing that I need to do about this. Wait, did I? Okay, no, that lines up there. Does it line up here as well? Yes. Okay, I thought that portal was off center and I was about to hurt someone. It does look off center though. I don't know. Hello. Hello. But what my plan is right now is we're just gonna try to finish this platform. So I'm thinking, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna go about it yet, but I'm thinking some floor patterns would look nice. So I'm kind of thinking a huge yin yang symbol right in the center of the platform would be really cool. And then off to either side, some other symbols. I'm not sure what they would be just yet, but I would kind of like to build those. Oh, snap. Okay. That portal still looks off center. Something is not right about that. I might count up the blocks between each side just to see. It might be ever so slightly off center, and that's gonna kill me. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna add some bushes around the edge here. We're gonna try to normalize the terrain here a little bit as well, just to kind of fix it and make it look a little bit better. And probably add some more of the these little flowers. And let me see really quick. Did we light up the other outposts or no? Yes, we did. Okay, so we need to also plan out some lighting. Let me see. What did we do for Dunefall? Dunefall had the occasional lantern, but it actually didn't have a whole lot. So we will still do lanterns, but I'm not sure what that's going to look like here. That's not where I meant to go. Okay. Also, let me go ahead and TP over here. All right, we're ready. We're going to build. We're going to build some things. It's going to be a good time. Ooh, lag spike. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we need to talk about in specific today. You know, overall, it's been a pretty good couple of weeks for me. We're at the weekend now at this point. And, you know, I'm just hyped to be here. I'm just happy to be here. But, there's a chance, and I'm not saying it's a big chance. Hello, welcome to the server. There's a slim chance that we may possibly do a stream tomorrow. And if we do, it's going to be on Stardew. I have not finished my Stardew save yet. We still have a lot, and I mean a lot, to go. And that's probably going to be my last non-Minecraft game for a little while. At least regularly being played. There might be the occasional series that I start back up where we go, oh yeah, now I'm going to play... I'm going to quickly do a playthrough of Doom Eternal. That's a big one I want to do. And I'd really like to go back and... Well, when Doom The Dark Ages comes out, I'd kind of like to play that. But, you know, outside of those, you know, I don't foresee myself playing many non-Minecraft games. Just for a little while. It's getting too tough to balance everything. So I'm going back to being a Minecraft streamer entirely, which is a little terrifying, but you know what? That's okay. It's been a while since we've done that. It's about time that we go back to it. You know, I used to only play Minecraft back in the day. Just about. I mean, we had like maybe one or two other games that we'd play every once in a while, but for the longest time, for as long as I could remember back then anyway, it was... Okay, he's just barely out of simulation distance when he freezes. Okay, that makes sense. But it was almost always just King SMP, King SMP, King SMP, which is fine. I like King SMP. However, it does get a little tiring after a while. But we're going to try to play a lot more King SMP, a lot more Twitch SMP. And we're going to focus on those. And then hopefully I can get a group together, and then maybe once a month we could play games with them. And so I'm kind of thinking maybe once a month we could have like a Lethal Company or a Among Us or possibly Repo. I've been seeing a lot of people playing Repo lately, and it looks like a lot of fun. But I'm always scared to hop on a hype game because it looks like fun. Okay, it looks like a lot of fun. But what if the hype dies out right when I get there, and then everybody else quits, and then I'm left there holding the bag? You know, it's not something that's ideal to me, you know. But maybe possibly we pick up Repo or something like that. That's something on my to-do list. I went to join. I already read that. You should play Dress to Impress. Dress to Impress would be pretty sick. I've seen a lot of gameplay, mostly from Queso. However, I refuse to touch it because it's Roblox, and Roblox is ew. I made a promise, you know, I will never play Roblox ever again. I played it the one time. I can't even excuse it for Dress to Impress, which is arguably maybe the best game on the entire platform. Trying to make sure this looks right. So we need flowers. We need a bone meal, basically, this entire pathway. And then I need to come back through with... It was looking like we were using stone brick. Yeah, we're using stone brick walls there. And then we're just putting lanterns on top of them, and we'll do that along the pathway, and that should look pretty decent. I'll put 3 there. Yep. Okay. Yes, the pink petals. Yes. Yay. How's it going, Ella? Good to see ya. We're just working on Bonsai Grove today. And I think it's looking okay right now. The bee loves me. But we're just trying to kind of get the pathway sorted out. We're going to get the lighting sorted out today. And then we're also going to finish up here. And it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. They're so pretty. Actually, I take that back. Everything looks so awesome. I wish I could take credit for a lot of this, but most of this was not my design, actually. All of this over here was already done besides the pathway. But my builders had all pretty well quit by then. And this is one of our spawn areas. So I was like, well, I gotta finish it because I'm the server owner. That responsibility does fall on me. So I decided I was going to put these 2 buildings, and I was going to put them over here. So, you know, it's duplicated a little bit, but it adds some extra vibes to the build. And then I was going to do something similar to one of those buildings, but make it unique. And I was like, you know what? We don't have... Well, I didn't say this, but I realized we didn't have a nether portal, and I really also wanted an outdoor area. So we made the nether portal. And the pond was my touch. That was all improvised, and I think it looks pretty decent. Could definitely be better, but it's not bad. The pathway was me, and yeah. It's gonna be nice, I think. I love how trees decay so fast. Yes, it's so nice. It's so nice. I don't know what I would do without fast leaf decay, honestly. I can't stand not having my fast leaf decay. The pink petals tie it together. Yeah. Also, hi, how are we doing? I'm doing pretty good. I appreciate you asking. I'm doing pretty okay, though. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a long day, but I'm ready to just get back to playing some Minecraft, you know? It's gonna be a good time, I think, anyway. And I'm hoping that we actually do finish this today, because for the last like 2 months or so I've been saying, oh yeah, we're gonna finish the build today, guys. We're gonna finish the build, and I never do. So we'll see if we actually manage it this time or not. Something is ever so slightly off between those 2, but I don't know what. It's fine. I took a schematic, so I don't... It can't be wrong. I don't know. Let's go and put this away. Okay. Now I need is... We need to take cherry trees. And we need to dot those about as well. And I do have bone meal. Okay, I was about to say, I don't have any bone meal. Actually, you know what? Let's go through with my bone meal for the grass first. Which will also add more pink petals, which is great. But this will help kind of make the area look a lot more grown and settled in. I want this build to look like it's been here for a while, not just freshly built, you know? So the more we do with the nature, the better, because it makes it look like nature grew in around the piece rather than the piece sitting right on top of nature. That's kind of my method to a lot of this anyway, with any sort of build, is try to make it look blended in a little bit with its surroundings, because it does add a whole different feel to everything. Plus, it also hides some of your mistakes. We make a lot of mistakes, so I'm gonna take more cherry saplings there. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Okay, so right about here is where we need to continue from. And I gotta double check. This will have to be an after stream thing, but I need to set up World Guard over here. And when I do that, it should make it so that the whole region is protected from mob spawns as well, which is really my big goal, is to make this place safe to be at. Usually I'm not a huge fan of utilizing plugins that stop mobs from spawning, but in this case it's for a spawn area, so it's fine. We knew that was gonna happen. So we'll do that, and then it's just tree planting. Okay. So I'm gonna put this one right here, I think. That grew the most inconvenient way possible. I wanted it to point the other direction. Let's try that again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why do you gotta be the way you are? I'm not building custom trees. I'm not doing it for this place. I don't love it that much. There we go. Okay, well, that still isn't really what I wanted. Okay. We're scooting it over. We're scooting it over. That was a really good tree too, man. But it's touching the build. I don't want it to touch. When I said blending into nature, I didn't mean like nature touching it or anything, you know? That's not what I wanted. Hey, Swiftu. Happy birthday, dude. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. How did you... Did it not decay in time? Dang it. Oh, come on. Hope you're having a good day, by the way, Swiftu. I know you've been out of town, going and doing things, stuffing things. I don't know if you want me to say where you've been, but you've been doing things. Hopefully it's been a good time, though. Aha, that's why. There we go. It doesn't want to do it. Okay. There we go. Is that better? Oh my gosh. It's still touching. It's still touching. I didn't know World of Guard was a thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we use it to help protect our spawn areas because there's a lot of people that join worlds just to cheat and grief, and it makes me sad. So we don't want me to be sad, so I have to use plugins to stop them. I am now out of bone meal. I did not expect to use that much. Okay, we'll do that. And then I have more here. Okay. Custom trees, third time's the charm, better than the second. The first two, yeah, that's true. That is true. I love Stardew Valley. Stardew is awesome. Having a good time, escape the escape room with 38 seconds? Dang. Okay. Okay. See ya, Rowan. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Very cool. I'm in Birmingham. You can say it. Nobody's gonna track me down. I mean, that's what they all say. That's what they all say. Thank you for the candy. I appreciate it, Cozy. I'm gonna eat one of these candies because I need to get rid of them all. Okay. Bro, I could not do an escape room to save my life. I'm good at escape rooms if nobody else is taking charge. If I take charge, I can keep track of all the clues. I can. Oh wait, hang on. Let me sleep. That might help. But I can keep track of all the clues and information and I can sort it out. But if somebody else takes the lead, I can't focus on just my own task because usually the leader is failing me and they're like, I don't remember what's going on. And it's like, I need somebody else to help me with this because it requires a different clue and you're not helping us get it. I'm also really tall. So, that's a bonus for escape rooms. You can never you never know what you're gonna find when you're standing up taller than everybody else because sometimes you can see some of the clues and objects that you're supposed to be able to get to. Thank you, no problem. No problem. We also went to an activate. It's kind of like really confusing to explain. Okay, nice, nice. You gotta be tall for escape rooms. You don't necessarily have to be tall, but some of them you do. Some of them you do have to be tall. Because then you can skip clues. Like, one escape room I've been in, they had a step stool. But in order to get the step stool, you had to do a certain puzzle. I didn't need the step stool because I could reach the, there's a key up in one of the rafters, and I just reached up there and grabbed it. They knew I did it. They didn't care. We got a really fast time because of it. See you, Cozy. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And now we're going to a state fair because apparently there just happens to be a state fair tonight. And I'm gonna get to see seals and kangaroos, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. Kangaroos are cool. I don't know if you guys have ever. I'm trying to remember where we were that we got to see them. I don't remember. There were a whole bunch of like little baby kangaroos though, joeys. And oh my gosh. They are some of the most adorable things ever. And they will just walk right up to you. And I mean they're basically domesticated. They're used to being around people and stuff, but they'll walk right up to you. You're not supposed to touch them, but it's really hard not to. I didn't touch one. I didn't. Because we're not supposed to. But I'm just saying I wouldn't mind having a pet kangaroo. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Seeing a kangaroo is on my bucket list for real. I highly recommend it. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Also, I didn't finish my thing over here, did I? Okay. Why are you giving me trouble? I'm gonna have to do it this way. Okay. Will you grow now? Why? Why? Why are you being the way you are? Why? Why did it take 30 bone meal? And then it grew like that, okay? By the way, I'm running a game. I thought so. I thought so. I hate trees, man. Why can't you be like oak trees? They always do what I want. But when you show up, you're a problem. You remind me of myself. A problem. Me and my friends somehow skipped like 8 steps and still made it out of the escape room. I don't know how. Or I don't know why. You know, that's actually kind of impressive. You're just better though. That's insane. Gosh. Okay. I'm going to put you right here. You cannot touch anything right here. Okay? Perfect. I'm not feeling so peaceful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling very angry with these trees. Okay, I need to clean out my inventory a little bit so we can actually put everything away. Greg found a loophole, yeah. I need to read everything in order. Oh my goodness. That's awesome though. Y'all are too good. Seeing kangaroos on my bucket list. Our time was insane though. We had like 40 minutes left. That is insane. What the heck? What the heck? Wow. Coral. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm impressed. So there is 2 state fairs tonight. Kind of wild. You know, they all just really want to celebrate your birthday, Swifto. I think that's the truth. Okay, spawn the right way. Is there a bug with these trees? Because I'm noticing something. Okay, no. It looked like all of them were facing the same way for a second, and I realized maybe the trees are broken. But it appears to me that maybe it's just a coincidence, yeah. Okay. Go to both at the same time. Coral, I am not a multi-dimensional being. Really? I didn't know. I didn't know. My bad. I've been spreading that rumor, Coral. You're 3D. That is true. You are a 3-dimensional person. Therefore, you are multi-dimensional, I suppose. I don't know what to do with that information, but it maths. It checks out. Okay. Again, they're all growing the same way. Do they grow the same way based on sapling, maybe? Do they always grow facing north and south? And that I don't I don't know. That means 3 places at the same time. Well, crap. My man, wow, yeah. You can stay at home and go to both fairs. Exactly. 3 dimensions. You could do it. Three coordinates on the plane. Right. I'm gonna fly up there and break those really quick. There must have been a custom tree here and I didn't even realize. Boop. go back a little bit to here. Put one more right here, I think. It'll probably connect up to some trees, but I'm okay with that. There we go. Okay, how's that look? That's not too shabby. Now it's just about, placing our lighting down. And then we gotta finish the platform, which should be easy. I've got a pretty... I've got a concept in my head. I probably should have tried it out first to see if I could even do it, but I'm gonna try to do a yin and yang symbol. Yin yang. Is it yin and yang or is it yin yang? Now I think both are technically correct. Because they are two different things, but it would be the yin yang. So I'm thinking that will go somewhere in the center here. And it'll probably be... I'm thinking blackstone and calcite would look good there. And inset into the ground with stairs going all around it so that you can walk across it. And then I would also like to do... I don't know what I'm going to do over here on these sides, but I'll figure that out. Also, guys, ads are starting. I'm so sorry. If you guys need to skip ads, you can join the YouTube stream. !YT in chat will take you there. I need to set it up so that it actually pastes the link in the ad messages, but it's not hard. It's not hard to do. I just have to actually go get the link really quick. It wouldn't take me long. I don't know. I'll have to test that sometime. You know what? Let me see something right now. There was something I did need to test. If I come over here, okay, that's not what I wanted. Do that, and I do. Did it actually even start? Okay, it did. So if I do youtube.com/@KingRegnog/live, what happens? /live. It takes me right to the live stream. Okay, that's all I have to do. That's all I have to do, and it works. Okay. Good to know. That makes it really easy. That makes it really, really, really easy. So I'm faced with a difficult decision. One has a lady that is locked underwater and picks the locks to get out, and another one has seals. Seals? Seals. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Personally, I think I would prefer the seals, but I'm also just not a huge fan of magic. Escape artist would be probably the correct term there. I don't think they consider the lock picking underwater magic anymore. That used to be a big magician trick, but I think that's just called escape artistry now. I picked the seals. That's kind of where I think I would probably have gone there. That would be my preference. Seals are adorable. It's night. Let me go home. Okay. I've been trying to wrap up a bunch of my projects, and I just realized we haven't looked over my goals recently. Let's quickly go do that. You guys won't be able to see it, but I'll be reading some of them out loud, the ones that I can anyway. What's on the to-do list? There is no to-do list regarding King SMP. What the heck? Did I delete it? I did. Okay. Wow, look at me go. I completed my to-do list. I didn't add one about Bonsai Grove. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get to check that off. That's a bummer. Well, I have a goal sheet. That's good enough. So what was on my Twitch goals lately? It's just playing catch up, so I need to finish my Be Right Back screen. I have not even started that. I have 3 days to finish it. I probably could tack on website on there, but I probably shouldn't. even though that's what I've been working on. I need to pick up music, which I haven't done. And I need to keep researching ideas from other people, which I have not done. Just make a new to-do list. I like the way you think, Coral. I'll make a new one and then I won't do it. I'll make sure to send pictures of seals. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. I'm hyped. I like seals. They're cool. They're stinky, but they're cool. Minecraft. There's things in the works for Minecraft YouTube channel. I can't talk about them, but I've got plans. They're really cool. They're really cool. Almost done with that. I could probably finish that tonight for the VOD channel. And then King SMP. There it is. I found it. Okay. We just need to finish Bonsai Grove. And then there's 2 other things I could probably finish, which would be start planning Season 4 and to add graves to the server. Just to make it a little easier. Outside of that, the other 2 things on my to-do list would be adding more skulk to my cave and building the Hobbit village. Both of those are not going to probably happen at all this month. Game dev. What do I got here? I'm halfway done there. Finish game dev rocket course. That's not gonna happen. Plan for small game. I have a small game concept. I don't know how in the world I'm gonna do it yet, though. And then life goals. Actually, okay, the only thing I've actually kept up on is my life goals. I actually finished those within the first couple of days of March. I'm not even lying to you guys. Like, I've even fixed my sleep schedule to a certain extent. Yesterday, I messed it up. I stayed up till 4 in the morning, but we don't talk about that. Oh, gosh. Okay. And then there's my money plan. Okay. You guys don't get to see a lot of that stuff yet, but you're just gonna have to trust me. I've been planning things. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. So, in order to complete my King SMP tasks, we need to finish Bonsai Grove today. I just realized I can't do that. You guys don't want to see it that way. I gotta finish Bonsai Grove today, and then on Monday, I just need to do one of my other tasks at some point. So probably trying to farm Skulk so I could do the Skulk Cave. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to get more focused with my King SMP stuff, especially. Because I realize Season 4 needs to happen, like, soon. And I need to plan Season 4 in a way that makes it more clear on what it is. I think what we had planned for Season 3 was great, but it relies on a lot of people who, quite honestly, aren't reliable. I'm sorry, but asking community members who are teenagers more often than not to help run events and stuff was probably not my brightest idea. And I didn't really even ask them. It was more so they told me they were going to help, which was fine. But I feel bad because that could have gone so much better. So much better. Yeah, this is the one. I had to name my pickaxe King, you fool, don't use this one. That way I would always make sure to not mine my ender chest with the wrong pickaxe. And it's pretty effective. I always know which one I should and shouldn't use. I need to make a new to-do list. Just make a new to-do list. Do make to-do lists. To-do lists and pros and cons lists. My friends, okay? Listen. Those 2 things will make your life so easy, okay? Trust me. A pros and cons list has arguably given me some of the best things in my life. And then, do I not have any iron here? I don't. Okay. Where's my ender chest? Okay, I don't know. You know what? Is it over here, maybe? There might be an ender chest here. I should probably honestly put an ender chest at each of the outposts if there isn't one already. An interior here would also be really cool, I think. But I don't know what we would do. That's the thing. All these buildings could have a cool interior with some sort of storyline to it. But I don't have the willpower for that. But yeah, to-do lists are great. Mine is currently a bunch of things I don't want to do. I didn't talk about it, but that ramp Christina event has kind of changed me in a way spiritually, and I'm changing my life goals. I'm reading the Bible, and I'm praying more. I'm doing better. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. I'm glad to hear it. I sometimes those events they make you stop and think for a second, and that's not a bad thing. A lot of times people think that's a bad thing to stop and think, but it isn't. It isn't bad. And it makes you reconsider what's actually important in my life, you know? What's important? What do I actually want? And if you can figure out what you actually want and where you're actually wanting to go, life becomes so much more fun. Lately I like, oh gosh, probably like the last 2 months, I really wasn't sure where things were going or where I wanted to go with things. And then pretty much the last 2 weeks or so, I feel like everything's becoming a lot more obvious. Not even painfully obvious. Like, it's just obvious and I like it. It's nice. And that's, you know, that's great for me. If you're not there yet, that's okay too. I know it takes a while to get there. Takes a long time to get there. Do that. Boop. Hey. There we go. What are we doing here? You picked bad teenagers? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They were actually great help. The problem with relying on teenagers for anything is scheduling. You know, they're unreliable, and that's not their own fault most of the time. That is not their own fault. That is, you know, they have a lot going on, so it doesn't bug me. But it does mean I can't realistically do some of those things that we need to be able to do if we're gonna run the server with the way we are currently. So I'm gonna actually, for season 4, I'm gonna go into it with the mindset that it's going to basically be a fresh start for King SMP in its entirety. It's gonna still be season 4, but it's not gonna be like, okay, we're building up off of everything that we did. It's gonna probably be stripped down, in all honesty. Go back to the start. Go back to the beginning. What made King SMP so special at the beginning? What are we doing different now that isn't working? And do like a full review of the server and go, okay, what did we like about previous seasons? What do we like about this season? What do we not like about previous seasons? What do we not like about this season? And just going through all of that, and then You know, I think by then I should have a pretty good idea of my server and the situation we're in. But also beyond that, I'm gonna go through and study other people's servers and see what is and isn't working there. You know, I know a lot of people who have viewer joinable SMPs. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna join them or ask the owners of those servers what does and doesn't work for them, and kind of go from there. Because it's not my desire to have an SMP where I'm the only person playing. That's just not fun, you know? That isn't. So obviously, you know, I'm not really hitting any of my goals, and that's okay. So I think I think it's just about we need to figure out what I really want with the server. And for me, I want the server to be, you know, somewhere I can build and do big projects on and all that. But I think we need to have a more firm timeline on how long things are supposed to last, because I think that's part of the issue is it's hard for people who don't usually build to hop into the server and then immediately go, okay, yes, I'm going to do a big build because this server lasts forever or whatever, you know? So we need to make it easier for those players to get into the habit of building, or at least make it easy enough that they can reset their progress, which is something I've looked into doing, and I think I can actually... I might be developing my own plugins for the server. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking more and more like I might need to develop my own King SMP plugin, which is incredible to me that I'm at that point. But for the sake of the SMP, it's almost kind of like I think that might be important. I don't know. Also in other news, I have a Bluey balloon. Heck yeah, let's go. We love Bluey. We love Bluey. What do you think about the use of starving children for mining emeralds? We love starving children, and we love emeralds. So why not put the two together? Am I right? Let's see. I think personally, quests made it just a bit too advanced. In the past, the simple stuff works better. See, I tend to agree with you. It's an unpopular opinion, but quests were not all that great. Like, I recognize it just isn't my thing in general, but it turned King SMP into something it really wasn't, and everybody latched onto the quests as, like, the lifeline of the server, which ultimately came back to bite it, because the second there weren't any more quests to do, people quit. So having quests be your lifeblood is just not gonna work for the server we have. Now, if we were doing a minigame server, I think we should totally have quests on there. I think that'd be great. Battler the God, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I mean, look at Kit's server as people playing and it's simple. Same with Twitch SMP. Yup, exactly. You don't have to have something overly complicated. That's the thing. And if you can get enough people who are just there to have a good time, they're not necessarily playing 24/7, but you know, they hop on every couple of days, every 3 days, every 4 days, whatever. And they're like, hey, you know, I want to go do this thing. Does anyone want to go do it with me? And then they do it, you know? If you can get a couple of people like that who hop on and do things, it's not so bad. But the problem with our server, and I'm about to show you guys it. This is what you spawn into. Now, it's fine with one... Uh-oh. Oh. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, give it a second. Server's restarting. I need to set that to be earlier in the day, but I keep on forgetting. But the proxy's restarting. It'll be back up in a second. Okay, imagine this, a plugin that allows people, allows for build commissions. That would be really cool. Like a plugin that says, like, wanted, and then it says, oh. Hello. But a plugin, hi Roan, good to see you. A plugin that says something like, wanted, and it says what kind of build, and then, what price they're willing to pay for said build, and then where it's located, and then you can go and build it there and then get payment. The server would hold the diamonds in escrow until the person is done building. It's an interesting idea. I kind of like that, Vince. Also, more events are needed, like Twitch SMP and Old King SMP had a ton of events that kept people coming back and stuff. I think events are good, but they need to be scaled back in complexity. Like you said, events are great, but we were reaching a point where events were so needlessly complex that it took an admin running it the entire time in order for it to go smoothly. So, you know, I think, honestly, for some of it, it's just we need to do things like, for example, bingo. Play Minecraft bingo one day. Do an event where... do a hide-and-seek event. Do... I'm trying to think of some other events that we can do. Okay, give me a second. I don't know why that's hard to find, but it is. It is how to join SMP. Okay. But trying to set up things that would be easy events that I don't have to sit there and monitor the entire time would be great, because I can't stream it if I'm running it. And I'm not going to ask my admins to not play the event either. That's not fair. Yeah, fair time. I'll send some photos after. All right, sounds good, Swiftu. Oh yeah, but here was my point. So the second you spawn in, this is what you get. Welcome to King SMP. Make sure you read the rules. Click me. Now, 99.99% of people, when they spawn in, and you just witnessed it, they spawn in, they walk past. Click on the SMPs to learn about our plugins. They still walk past. They don't read. They don't read. PvP, okay. Claims and homes, okay. Pets. Ranks and titles. They aren't reading this. They're not clicking it. Quests. They're, again, not clicking it, not reading it. Also, I don't know why he's so broken, but he is. Thank you, I'm sub, by the way. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it, skilled guy. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But people aren't clicking and reading the NPCs. So, as cool of an idea as it is, we need to do it a different way, a better system. And, you can only do so much to make sure people read the rules, but it is not a good game design if the first thing you do when you load up a game is you have to read an entire wiki on how to play it. And that's what it is like here on King SMP. If you want to play King SMP and enjoy your time, you have to click every single thing. And it is going to absolutely be a book to read, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 different pages of just stuff. And it's like, that's not fun. And then beyond that, even because they aren't reading it, they go through here and then they get confused because they don't know what in the world they're doing. So we'd make it a lot more clear in a space like this. And it would actually probably be a portal hall, is what I'm thinking. So what we're spoiler, I guess. So there's going to be a couple of portals at so you're gonna still spawn into an onboarding area, and it'll kind of explain some things. So I'll kind of show you guys what I'm thinking for the next season. This is a little spoiler for you guys. So you spawn in somewhere like this. It won't be a cave. I don't know what it'll be. It'll be kind of probably more of a tutorial area, and it'll actually take you through the concepts of the SMP, and it'll show up on screen when you're in the right area what to do. So it'll either have a boss bar at the top of the screen that says do /rules to learn more about the game. And then in the rules, it's going to force you to read the rules, because at the end of the rules, or the first rule, it will tell you immediately to get out of the onboarding area, proceed to this block or something like that, or something like that. Anyway, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, Cozy. And then it'll take you to the next area. And once you go through that area, it'll pop up on screen something that says like do /PvP on or /PvP off to set your PvP status. And there won't be much you can do there to track if somebody's running that command in that area, I don't think. However, if I can find a plugin that lets you do that, I would totally do it. It would be great. You go to the next area, and then it tells you about claims and homes, and so it says do /set home in order to have your own teleport, and then it would tell you how many homes you get by default and how many claims you get by default and how to do claims. And it would have this whole tutorial system basically, and then you get to choose one of 3 starter pets, and it'll give you a rank or a title. And then if we do have quests, it won't be the current system. As much as I like this system that we have here, it just doesn't work very well for what we're doing. And I would like some more substantial rewards for quests. So what we're probably going to be doing is, instead of it being actual items, it's going to be a currency, which will allow you to buy new pets in the game, along with getting more claims and homes. And it'll also probably allow you to buy new ranks and titles. We're also going to set up a thing so that you can vote to also get more of that currency. And it'll be probably, in my opinion, it'll be pretty good. And then of course you'll have your quests that will be ran by NPCs. I've been thinking about this for a while. I realize right now it kind of sounds like I'm talking about ripping off Misadventures SMP to some degree there with dungeons and stuff, but mine are quests, so it'll be kind of fetch quests, and there will be some like puzzles and dungeons that you can go through, I think, but I'm a little hesitant to say that will definitely be a thing, but it is something I would like to do. They got marshmallow blasting in this thing. What the heck? That's awesome. We're also gonna go back to the village. But yeah, that's like a little sneak peek at what would be my idea anyway for the next season of King SMP. It's a little terrifying to do that, because it's completely different than what we've done before, but I think it would be the way to keep everybody happy. And it's an easy enough way that you can get more claims, more land, more everything. You have a reason to keep playing. You have all that. but you're also going to be able to get some of those things just by playing the game in general. So the longer you play, the more land claims you unlock anyway, or the more claimed land you can unlock, because we're going to be swapping plugins next season for claim land. Land claiming. Sorry. Wow, words are hard. But you'll be able to go through and play the game however you want without it being like you have to do this if you want the best stuff. It's like no, you don't have to do that. Just it's a simple game. Everything should be as self-explanatory as possible. Slash home. We need to go home and sleep really quick. And then also I'm going to simplify the Discord during that time period as well. You guys are going to see something happen to the Discord when that all goes down. We're actually going to be splitting King SMP and the main channel Discords because King SMP has like a lot of channels. And that's not a bad thing, it's just a thing. And I'm not like a huge fan of the channel clutter we have in our Discord, and I want to redo it pretty badly. Plus, it also gives me the opportunity that we can really market King SMP better as a content creator server that viewers can also play alongside their content creators on. I'm not sure if I'm still sold to that idea, but it is something that I want to do. So we're going to try it. Also, I need to get work done. Wow, I'm procrastinating. So what are we doing here? So these were slabs. So you put slabs on each of those. That's fine. We can do that. Boop. And boop. Okay. Okay. That's pretty decent. And then the next level up would be the same sort of ordeal. Like so. Okay, how's that look? I actually added a little bit more. I didn't expect that to like add as much detail as it did. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like by blasting, it's blasting. Oh dang. Okay, really loud. Make sure just hope it doesn't hurt your it's not hurting your ears at all. Sometimes they get that music so loud that they forget. Hearing damage is a very real thing. It's a very, very, very real thing. And I would not want to give it to my customers personally. Okay, I'm gonna do that. One of those there. You gotta see a picture of this thing though. Oh, what you got? What you got? Or where are you? What do you see? Might be a better question. Okay, we're gonna put that there, 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 there. I see it in my DMs. What we got? Holy cow, dude. What the heck? Yeah, I gotta pull those up on the bigger screen so I can see it a little bit better. That's actually pretty big. Wow. I'm kind of impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting something a little smaller. This thing huge, honestly. Yeah, nope. Not gonna make a joke. Suddenly I wanted to make a really bad joke about that, but nope. Yeah, that's big, guy. I'm pretty happy with it. Nope. Nope. Just no, King, no. Do you know what the population of this city is? I don't off the top of my head, no. But it's got to be pretty small from the way you're making it sound, which is fair. Small towns can put on pretty big fairs, though. It's kind of surprising. Some of them do it better than the big towns. Okay. So we got the lighting done, I think. We'll have to wait till nighttime to see how it looks, but I think we have it. It should be good. Only other thing left to do would be to build the big thing. I really don't want to. Okay. So it's gonna be... Basically, it's gonna be a circle. And then... There's gonna be 2 circles inside the circle, right? I don't know. 196K, but there's at least 1,000 people here. That's insane. What the heck? My entire region's population is 46K. I don't know my region's population off the top of my head, but my town's population isn't very big. Like a big chunk of Canada. No, I looked it up. Oh, I gotcha. That's actually really small. Wow, what the heck? I mean, maybe you like live in one of the areas of Canada that have like a whole bunch of the land that's just uninhabitable or whatever, or that Canada has just refused to develop because of nature or whatever. I don't remember. But that's insane to me. That's actually insane. Wait, hang on. Wait. How have I never seen that? Oh, we gotta go over there. I'm sorry. Where is it? What is that? Who built that? That's beautiful. /COI. Lost out of my mind from 12 days ago. Dude. You are beautiful. What the heck? I should go to Canada sometime. I would like to one day. I think that'd be nice. Our garden. Our house. My chest. Our wood. Sometimes I regret reading. This is why we don't read, guys. Are they hacking? That is the question. Anti-X-ray go burr, so I don't think so. This looks very uniform. This is not cheats at all. The only thing that might be is they dug straight towards a cave over here and they didn't do any of the lines, but I don't think they were cheating for that. It's a crazy mine. The fact that they were willing to dig straight up too is insane. I've never seen people that... Well, I've seen people that do it, but most people don't even find it really all that worth it to dig straight up. So I'm kind of surprised that they were doing it. Okay. They've got a decent area here, though. I didn't even know that they built anything. Most people that hop on the server, they stay for a couple of moments and then they leave. So I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. I woke up like at 10, but I went to bed at 4:30. I need to sleep more. I'm gonna go to bed earlier today, hopefully. I'm kind of thinking 1:30 in the morning would be really nice. I don't know if it'll happen, but that's what I would like to do. I keep dying because I can't find food. That's so fair. I'm thinking when we do season, when we do season 4, what we're probably gonna do is I'd like to give. I gotta make sure that this would work, but I'd like to give each person like maybe 2 cow spawn eggs, which would mean that anyone can start a cow farm at their base. Hopefully that would kind of help fix the issue. I don't know if it would or not. If that wasn't it, then I would probably give a bunch of like, I think when you log into the server first, it would probably give everybody like if I had to guess, I think it would probably give you some wheat seeds, potatoes, something like that. And then maybe some steak to start with, like 16 steak. I don't know. Okay, we did light it up pretty good. That's good. All that's left to do then is to do the platform. Lovely. Now fair time, I'll catch you later. Alright, sounds good, Swifty. Sounds good. Cow spawner raw. That would be my only concern, but for some reason I want to say you can't put an egg into the spawner unless you have creative mode. But I can't recall if I'm correct on that or not. If I'm not correct, surely there's a plugin that'll allow me to fix that. I'm back. I got blasted. Oh, I'm sorry, Vince. Oh, yeah, absolutely. People would so dupe. That wouldn't even surprise me. That's why I gotta be careful and very strict on some of those rules. I've been very strict in chat lately. And honestly, it makes me a happier person. You know, it's really nice, but the SMP, it's tough because I'm one man showing it right now, which is fine. It's just it gets a little difficult to moderate sometimes. Just a little. So I gotta figure out some things there and see if we can make it like hey, leave me... I'm gonna go home and sleep. I'm gonna go home and sleep. Yeah, I gotta make sure the server will be something that I can moderate relatively easily. And I might bring in some external help. Depending on how things go, if I decide that we do want to bring on other people as content creators on the server, that'll give me a lot more people I can trust, because I can usually, if it's a content creator I already know, most of them I'd be willing to give access to mod tools. But we'll have to wait and see on that. I might have to wait a little longer, but with the whole King SMP, not rebrand, but I don't know what to call it. It's basically refounding. I don't know. It's about removing the old foundation and putting a new one in. Which isn't. I don't know if there's actually a term for that, but we're restructured, for lack of a better word, I guess. The King SMP restructure makes me a little nervous to even send an invite to anybody about that, because it's like, is that really a good idea? I don't know. Also, ads are going to be starting in about 30 seconds, guys. Just so you know, you can avoid ads by going to the YouTube channel, !YT in chat. It'll not have any ads there. I know it sucks. I know. Ads are no good, but it will it'll at least protect you over there for a little bit. Also, Sir Axwell, it's good to see you. I don't think I got to say that earlier. What are we doing? I'm not doing anything. Let's go back and finish the build. So I'm thinking it'll be a big circle. And I have no idea how to do a circle. So this could be fun. So... oh. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, it's 23 across. That is all I needed to know, pretty much. What am I missing? Or what can I throw out, rather? Okay. I'm so bad. There we go. So 23 divided by 2, that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is halfway, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because that would be the 12th block. Crap. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Goodbye. Okay, that should be my circle, at least the base, and then we can go from there. So it's a 23 by 23 circle. I have no clue how this is gonna go. I'm gonna be so honest. What I'm gonna do is go to my circle generator. And... my Minecraft circle generator. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set it to 23 by 23. Okay, that should work. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Uh-oh. I'm off one. That. Yeah, that's right. Hang on. I'm good. I'm good. Figured it out. Look at me. I'm a genius. I know how to make circles. I don't know how to make circles. I'm actually lying to you guys. I'm using a website. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's easy. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, this is repetitive, but I have to say it out loud. Otherwise, I'll lose count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. But do you mind if I ask how to join on Java? It's at the top of the channel of hashtag how to join SMP. Is that what the channel was called? How to join SMP? I don't know. Like that. Say it in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, uno, dos, tres, uno, dos, tres. Now, am I saying that right? No, probably not. The pronunciation is probably completely off, but I'm American. You can forgive me. I feel like you should be able to anyway. Now French, yeah. I don't like French. What? How do you say it in French? I used to know some of the numbers, but I'm not actually sure. I know Japanese is ich ni son. 1, 2, 3. What other languages can I count in? I can't really count in very many. I speak English, and even then that's a stretch. Like, let's be honest. Un how do you even say that? How is an X pronounced in French? Is it just like ours? Because if so, that would be like Dix? Dia? Okay. Un dia Troy. That's not bad. French is awful, I'm sorry. No, like, duh. Why does French have to be so, like, quirky? They could just make it an easy language. I'm sorry, but, like, be like English. Okay, English is very quirky. I'm not gonna lie. We've got a whole bunch of rules that make no sense. But I'm sorry, some of these languages, their pronunciations, they throw extra letters in there to look fancy, but it does nothing. It's like, okay, you mean to tell me you have an X and an E, but you could replace the X with an H and drop the E and it would make the same sound. Yes, okay, gotcha. Glad we could clear that up. Birds in French is Oisox. It's pronounced Wazo. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. Trois? Troy? Why? Why? Okay. I have a lot more reasons to hate French people, but their language is high up on that list now. Sorry, autocorrect. No worries, man. No worries. Slash back. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but two in English is said like two. But we also have 3 twos. So, I can't really be saying that we've got like a great language going there, but you know, it's it's solid. It's solid. This might be actually big enough that we don't have to do anything off on the sides. Don't get me started on languages like Swedish. I don't even know how they keep track of all their syllables. Oh my goodness. You go to IKEA sometime and you're trying to read it and it's like, how do you fit a V in there? What do you mean? Have you ever seen Danish? I'm assuming it's probably similar to Swedish in terms of just the fact that they're very close geographically speaking. But I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Hey, okay. Try that again. Try that again. Come on. Go very slowly. Very slowly. There you go. Okay, now the fun part. I get to go down a level. That wasn't really what I meant to do, but it works. I wanted to put one there. It's so complicated. I gotta look this up. Hang on. North Germanic language spoken primarily in Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands. I went to images to see if I could see an example of Danish, and now all I'm seeing is Danishes, and I'm so hungry. Like, look at that cheese Danish. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna assume, based on region, that it's gonna be pronounced like, egg han lied, which is I like cheese. That's insane. Or it could quite literally have the J sound, which would be jegkan lied. Liddy. Could be Liddy. I like lied though better for cheese. I don't know. That's just me. Danish example. Erder Nugget Galt. Is there something wrong? Jegved Nugget du ikke I know something you don't know. Du har Nugget. That's a letter we don't have. Rot pa armet. You have something red on your sleeve. Der er Nugget som jeg ikke forstår. There's something I don't understand. I very seriously, very, very, very seriously doubt I read any of that correctly. But Those are just some of the examples I have here right in front of me. Eggkin little Ost. Oh, I didn't even see the OST there. Okay, my bad. I didn't even see that one. Eggkin little Ost. Interesting. That seems so weird to me. That's so wacky. But I'm sure they probably look at English and go, English is kind of wacky, am I right, boys? Or maybe they go, I really wish I was American, then we wouldn't have to be learning this. Okay, I need to look at this really quick. That is a circle. I need to make another circle within the circle that's about half the width. So it's currently 23, so we would be making one that's 11. We'd be making two that are 11. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Minecraft. What would be the best way to do this? Also, I have had a couple people join the server. Welcome to the server. So yeah, it's two circles stacked on top of each other, and then the rest of the color fills one side versus the other color filling the other side. So it's black on top, white on the bottom. That's the one I'm seeing anyway. However, I'm seeing it both ways, but I'm gonna say black on top because that just makes the most sense to me. I'm Skilled Guy from Discord. Oh, okay. Sweet. Crazy timing, I know. Let me go grab... Let's see if I have any Blackstone here. Actually, 80% of people in Denmark speak English. That's insane. It hasn't ever really dawned on me, like, just how many people around the world speak English. But it makes sense as well. A lot of companies are based in English-speaking countries, especially. So, if you want to do any business, then your best bet is to honestly be able to speak English. But beyond that, also, a lot of tourists are people who only speak English, and that means if you want to make money off of tourists, you probably need to make it somewhat easy to at least understand what they're saying, which means probably learning English to some degree. Do I seriously not have any Blackstone? I may have not brought any here. Let me go... Anyone hear me? My ping is on a different level. Oh no. /home village. Wait. It's not here that I need to be. I need to be somewhere else. /warps. We're in a builder base. There we go. The ping is awfully high. I don't know why it's so high up. That's deep slate brick. I thought that was Blackstone. That's obsidian. Blackstone? Huh. Okay. Where's our blackstone? We didn't use it on these builds, did we? No. Ow. That sneeze kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Where? I guess we did make buttons out of the blackstone, but did somebody steal it? You know what? Okay. /co lookup hashtag radius or radius 5 include blackstone time 10 days 30 days. It's just me. It says I added blackstone here. There is nothing here. /COI. Okay, did we find the guy? No, it was a stonecutter. I'm so confused. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. When sneezes hurt, you know you're old. Absolute boomer. I'm slightly offended, but I don't know how to respond to that. Where's Okay, I must have used all the blackstone then. I don't know. I don't have any up here, right? Just double check it. I guess I can use deep slate, but I really wanted to use blackstone. Oh well. And I realize I should actually start right here. I totally did that wrong too, but you know what? It's fine. So put it there. Okay. This is gonna be small for a second. Just give me like a couple of moments just to reset my screen here. There we go. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why is my ping? Oh my gosh. Okay. This can't be right. It's gotta be bigger. Try 12. So we did 4 there. 1. Or wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be 5 across. It can't be 4. So it has to be 11. Okay. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I'm out of blocks. Do I have any more deep slate tiles? I do. 1, 2, 1. Okay. So if you do one of those, and then we do a white one on the opposite side, theoretically that's my basis to get the rest of the build done. However, it looks smaller than what it should be. Did I not do my math right? I thought 11 was correct, but that's... They're not even going to touch. They're not even going to be all that close. Oh no. Slash home home. Okay. I don't know. Is it not actually truly 11 across? Is that what I'm learning here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they'll be one block apart from each other, which is gonna throw things off just a tad, but it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, what white blocks do I have that'll fit in there and look okay? I think I saw I had calcite, right? I do. And then I'm also gonna take this with me because I'll need both of those. Okay. So now what I can do is put, not the obsidian box, okay. So now what I can come over here and do is down here, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Alright. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay. So now, theoretically, I think this is correct. All I have to do is fill in one side with the white and then one side with the black. And then we'll have our symbols. Sort of. Think. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fill in this side with the white. I'm just gonna fill in around the edge first. So 1, all the way around here on the edge. Crap. And I gotta figure out what it's gonna look like in the middle, because they kind of interlock. So I gotta figure out how I'm going to achieve that, because there's a 1 block gap throughout all of there, and I can't make one bigger than the other because it's a symbol about balance. And I can't just like ignore that. That actually might look great. Okay. Okay, yeah. So if I just boop, and then boop, boop, and I need the other blocks. Okay. Take those. And this, I guess I gotta fill it all in now. That's the only other thing left to do, pretty much, other than figure out this solid plan. So what I'm thinking is the white will extend a little bit more here, and then the black will extend a little bit more here, but that still leaves an uneven amount there. So it would be white, white, black, black. And in the center, you have nothing. So what I guess I could do there is I could put... Is there any block that has like an even amount of white and black? Maybe? Like... I could do like crying obsidian if we wanted to. It would give us a splash of color. Alternatively, we go gray. I don't know. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna try the 1 dot, but I might expand it a little bit. What's that look like? And that side will have a black dot. I think they could be a little bit bigger. So what if we did that? It might be okay. Might be. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Boop, boop, boop. I think it's fine. We'll roll with this for now. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, get me all my calcite out, because we're gonna need it. I hope we don't need all of it, but we're gonna need a lot of it. Okay, all of this now. I think this is gonna turn out okay, though. I hope it does. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pretty sad, because this was my plan for today. I mean, admittedly, we got a lot done outside of this, but this was my plan to finish Bonsai Grove. So, I don't want to be stuck with it longer than I have to be. Calcite, get me a little bit more deep slate. There we go. I do want to look at it again. I'm sorry. I know this is getting old, but oh, okay. Yes. Yes, that is nice. That is nice. One thing I will say that I'm not a fan of is it's a star. We need to see if we can round it out a little bit more. So I need to try that if I can. But outside of that, it's looking good. My life has forever changed for the better. Did you see the seals? You have to see this? Okay, okay, send it, man. I gotta know, I gotta know. I found seals. Let's go! Okay, I need to see it. Is it gonna be in the server, or is it gonna be in DMs? I mean, I guess I'll know if I see it in DMs, but... Okay, maybe the star doesn't look bad. I don't know, because if I go much larger, So I've been pinged again. Hang on. Okay. That's fine. That is a-okay. Boop. And what about there? Okay. I don't know what to do about that center space there, honestly, because I can't do anything about it, technically. There's no block that exists in the game that is half white and half dark. What if we... I don't know. I don't know. And I don't think putting a diamond block there is gonna make it look right either. It's gotta be within the theming. What do I do? We go get gray, maybe? Oh no. Okay. Slash back. What can we do? This is bad. I out of all the possibilities, this is not one that I really want to deal with, if I'm honest. Because I don't know what we can reasonably do here. Let's say we take smooth stone or polished andesite. Would either of those look okay in the middle? I don't know. Let's, boop. I don't like that. What about that? Would it look good if it was inset? No. Okay, let's try it, pushed up, like so. No. I don't know what to do. That just doesn't look right. What are my options? Like, I've never had this issue before. I've never thought about what I would have to do. Okay, you know what? This is why we have tools like ChatGPT. This is exactly why we have tools like ChatGPT. So, let me go over here. And Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I am building a yin yang yang in Minecraft, and sadly, the dead center, one by one, is left open. I can't add more deep slate tile to the black side or more calcite to the white side, because that would be unbalanced. What do I do? You have a few creative options to fix the imbalance while keeping the yin-yang visually appealing. Use a neutral block. Place a block like gray concrete, gray wool, or smooth stone in the center. This keeps it from favoring one side while blending with both. Light or dark glass. If you want a subtle touch, a black or white stained glass pane can symbolize harmony while keeping the center visually distinct. No. Beacon or light source. If it's large enough, adding a sea lantern, glowstone, or even a beacon in the middle could represent balance through illumination. Trapdoor or slab. A dark oak or iron trapdoor, depending on which blends best, can add detail without overwhelming the design. Carpet or banner. A gray carpet or a custom banner with a mix of black and white patterns could keep the design cohesive without tilting the balance. It's on the floor, so banners aren't an option. Gray carpet, glass block, light source, slab, item frame with an item. I didn't think about that, but that wouldn't look right either. What we could technically do is we could... This would be the most dumb thing I've done in a while, but we go with a whole map, and then we do half the map with the one color and half the map with the other color, so that it does exactly what I need it to, but that's so incredibly dumb. Finally sent, I was side questing. Oh, let me see. Ayo. Let's go, dude. Let's go. We love ourselves some sea lions. That's awesome, dude. Or not sea lions. Seals. I think that's a regional thing. Am I correct on that? No, they are not the same. Okay, they are not the same. I thought... It's like, maybe that's a regional thing, but no, one's like a lot more blobbed. The other one is more happy looking also. Alright, what was I doing? Oh, right. ChatGPT says personally they would go with gray carpet or glass for the cleanest look. But if you want something more symbolic, a light source would be cool. Let's... Is there any builders in chat? Swifty, what would you do? I've got this yin yang, right? I have a centerpiece that I can't do anything with. What would you do? I'm about to go to a petting zoo, so we will see more animal photos. Heck yeah, let's go. And then I'm gonna go get painted. Heck yeah, man. Sounds like you're having a good time. That's what I like to hear. Also, guys, ads are starting in about 30 seconds. During this ad break, I will be taking a short break myself, just so I can go get some water, because I am, like, incredibly thirsty, and I don't have any water right now. It might be right. A gray carpet or a light source would be pretty decent. Hmm. Let's do... I'm gonna try the gray color and see if I like that. So what would that be? That would be... Do I have any... I should have gray wool somewhere around my base. I know that. I bought like every color of wool at one point, so I should have some laying about somewhere. And I think it's actually over here. Tough might be a good one. We'll bring that. Gray wool. And we'll try light gray as well. Is there any light sources that I have available to me right now? That would look good anyway. I feel the need to clarify. It needs to look good. I used to have sea lanterns somewhere, but I don't anymore. Bring a piece of stone with me. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll try this. Slash back. Okay, so there's a stone. What does that look like? It just looks weird. There's a light gray wool. What does that look like? Still looks weird. Gray wool. I can't see the difference because it's slash home. That might be perfect, honestly. At nighttime it works really good, but we need to know for real if it looks good during the day, because that's when you're gonna probably be seeing it the most. Okay, gray isn't bad. Only other thing I have is tough, so we'll try that. Boop. No, not quite. If the gray was a darker color and the white was a little bit more white, it wouldn't be bad, though. What if we put a frog light in there? Not awful, but what if we also added some gray carpet on top of it? It's like that. I do think the gray is a good way to go, so we'll stick with that. That looks okay, I think. Oh, crap, I didn't even notice the ads started. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer to go get my water, I think. My bad, guys, my bad. Okay, so we'll stick with this. Then what we need to do is we need to go around it with stairs. So all I'm gonna do, essentially, is clean up my inventory first. And then I'm just gonna put those in here for now. I'll sort out everything that's mine and what's the builders and what's going to builder base and what's staying with me a little later. For now, that's good. And what I needed to do is get stairs. So we're going to go down here. And what stairs do we have? We've got stone stairs. We've got andesite stairs, cobblestone, and stone brick. There we go. So now, what was that one? It's cobblestone, right? I knew. We're just gonna go through and do the ones that I can see already that are like of the one type, because it makes it easier to me anyway. I can just kind of go through and do all the stones, and then I can go through and do all of the all the stone brick, it looks like, would be the next one, because there's just so much of it. But doing my best to go through and do all of the one types first. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Gosh, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine, really. Gosh. Boop, boop. And then I need another stone brick. I can't get in there. I'm gonna poke my head in there anyway. There we go. One. Then I'm missing so many of these. Okay, it's fine. Okay. It looks like I went in spurts when I was using stone brick. Like, I think at one point I was using way too much, and then other times it's like, oh no, I wasn't using enough. Do I have a crafting table? I don't. Okay. Let me just take it down here then. We'll bring this up. Okay. Welcome. And goodbye. 1, 2. I need 2 right now. I might need more later, but 2 for now. Boop. And then 1 more here. Oh. There. Okay. Stone? Sure. Or cobblestone, I'm sorry. Cobblestone. I'm gonna definitely run out of this one. Boop. 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 So many of these. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more? Oh my gosh, okay. And I'm lagging. That's not good. Yep, okay. Give me a second. Give me just 1 second. Is that me or is that the server? That was me. Okay. Don't know why I timed out, because I'm still running fine on the other side. Huh. I don't know. Stream didn't hurt at all, but Minecraft is not running. That's weird. That's really, really weird. Okay. Anyway, 12 of these. Oh, wait. You only need 6, right? Wait, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking at all. Gosh, okay. That was pretty bad. I didn't I didn't need slabs, I needed stairs. Well, we can hope I miscounted at least. But unfortunately, I did, just not by that much. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, I need to replace this stone here. And oh yeah, andesite is still a thing. Okay. I don't think I'll need to make any more andesite, but we'll see. I need more cobblestone. Boop. And then boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna keep finding those little spots that I need to do. More cobblestone. I'm just gonna leave the ones that are cobblestone open, that way I know. I'm not gonna keep running back and forth making more. Okay, that's stone. Boop. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, this is almost done. Sweet. Okay. So, all that we needed is one more cobblestone. Okay, gotcha. 1. I made 8. You know what? That's fine. I'll use them at some point, I'm sure. Also, I need to come down here and just make sure we got all of our items. Yes. Almost. And you need to die. Okay. I fly. And boop. Alright, how does that all look? That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And we have more room in the sides to do something, which I'm kind of thinking maybe we do some trees. I just gotta decide how I want that to look. But it would kind of look nice to have some color up on the platform, that's for sure. I do like that a lot, though. That does look good. Slash home. Home. We are gonna finish this today. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, what if we... Oh, okay. Boop. I don't know. Need to close that. Okay. I think I have an idea of how we can do this. Okay. So we're gonna go /back. So now we're back here. So I'm thinking is we'll do like a couple of rows of grass in like these planter pot things, maybe. And the planter pots will be outlined in red. So it'll give you a nice little hint of the red that is right there. And then you'll have some of these trees planted in them, which will kind of give you some height, more height to the build, and it'll kind of make it stand out just a little more. Y'all have the pink leaves going all around the base here, which will also add some more color, which is just what this build needs more of anyway. And we may even be able to put in some crops into it, but I don't know if we will. I think that will look hopefully okay. I don't know if it will, but we're gonna try that. So let me see if I've got any grass. If not, I'm gonna need to get some. That's all dirt. There's some grass. Aside of that, I don't have any. Okay, so this is my Silk Touch pick. Let me come over here. We're just gonna kind of smooth some of this terrain out. And we're gonna get some grass out of it. And I'm gonna get rid of this floating tree. Okay. It's what, 3? Okay. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. For every hole I dig, there's another hole underneath. There we go. 8 should be plenty because we'll probably do 4 on each side, so then the grass can already spread, which is fine. So I'm thinking is... I'm gonna eat, and then I can tell you what I'm thinking. So 1, 2, 3. Kind of where I'm thinking on this. 1, 2, 3. So then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. I might scoot them all down just 1. Crap. Right there. Okay. Let's try and see how that looks. Okay, so that'll be a line that goes all the way down. And then there will be stuff on those, like trees, a couple of trees. And there will be the red outlining it. And then in between the grass, I think I'm going to do water. So I even have a splash of blue in there. So let me empty out my inventory again. And we'll see if this will look the way I want it to look. Got more stone. More andesite. More cobblestone. More stone brick. Okay. And then over here. You know what? It's up here. It's not. Okay. Where's all my... We used mangrove on this, but I don't have it anywhere, I don't think. Let me also get my dirt out so that we can place the dirt. So the grass will spread. I've got cherry log. I don't know. So yeah, okay, I gotcha. So go 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think this will work. I don't know if it will, but I think it'll work. We'll find out. That's for sure. That is for sure. Boop. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It'll be about that long, which means we could probably put 1 and 2 trees on there, and you'll be able to see the rest of the green and the blue in between it, which will kind of keep it looking somewhat unique, I guess. And then we just need to find my mangrove, which I don't know where it is. Did I use it all? Okay. So this is where the great thing about being a server owner comes in. People give you just random crap all the time. Do I have any mangrove? It looks like we already dug into my mangrove supply here. Okay. / warps. I'm sure I already checked there, but we're gonna go to the builder base and see if it's here. Okay. Yeah, I think we have already been in here looking for it. Because now that I think about it, it got clipped when I was looking for the wood. And unfortunately, we don't have any here. Okay, what other special warps do we have access to? Bamboo farm, guardian farm, nether tree farm, froglight farm. Okay. / homes. It's bionics. Castle. There's a chance he has some, and I'm willing to steal. He does not. Okay, stop it. Well. We might be screwed. I might actually have to change plans there slightly, because I don't feel like grinding out the mangrove. Not today. So, unless he just forgot to sort some of it out, we're gonna have to change out what we're doing. There's mangrove stairs. There's some mangrove. I think it's perfectly fine that I take this, okay? Anyone that says otherwise, well, you're not the server owner, so, haha, get lost. Sorry, that was a little aggressive. A little mean. Oh, you have Skulk. I might steal some of that. How many Fortune 3 books do you need, dude? What the heck? Main book supply. Was he? Okay. I've got questions, but I don't think they matter at this very moment. It's fine. Questions are always fun, though. You know, they are fun. The name. Why would he name the book? The only thing I can think of is he was duping them. And it doesn't matter because he is banned at this point. But if he's been duping the books all this time, okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know. But it's very, very, it would explain a lot. It would explain a lot. Duping books is crazy. I don't know if that's what he was doing. But I don't know why else you would name it main book supply is all. Just smile away. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Technically, I shouldn't actually be stealing this because we're supposed to auction it all off. How did he get all this sandstone wool? Okay. I'm not saying he didn't grind out some of that. Some of that is definitely grinded out. But some of it also just kind of makes me go, maybe there was some duping there. I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. It's not my prerogative right now. I want all of this mangrove. It belongs to me now. It's my fee for running the server or something like that. Slash open inv. It's Bionics. No. Okay. Slash open ender. Somebody's gonna win really big. Woods. Okay. Dang. Okay. Well, that can go back in, I guess. Now I'm curious. Dude. How? Okay, there's some lore here. You guys need to understand, okay? Can you focus? There we go. So the Forbidden Barrier was an item that was obtained through illegal means, and there was this whole glitch that you could do to get it, and it doesn't do anything because you can't place it in survival mode. But there was one player in specific who we knew could get it because he was aware of it, and he was the only person, as far as we were aware, that was aware of it. and he got the barrier, and we didn't even, I don't even think we allowed him to keep one. So either he gave one to Bionics, and then Bionics kept it and somehow didn't know that he wasn't supposed to have it, or Bionics was also doing it and we just never knew that Bionics did it. Either way, interesting that he has the forbidden barrier. Whoa. Okay. 1 year anniversary, Jerry's fungus, and he's got the supreme drip. I have questions. I don't think I even have answers. That's gonna be really great in the auction, though. People are gonna love that. Some of that stuff is, like, really hard to get. Jerry's fungus is a collectible item. Like, it is enchanted so that you can't duplicate it. It is Jerry's fungus. The 1 year anniversary collectible is really, really rare because not very many people even did the 1 year event. We didn't do a 2 year. I should have. I don't remember the Supreme Drip. I'm gonna be honest. It's got a color. Oh, that's a color you can't get in the game at all. So it is actually a an impossible item. These two are, they were obtainable. I don't know if they still are. This, I have no clue what this is, but it exists. That's going back in the Ender chest because I'm not ready to deal with that yet, but I will eventually. I'm curious now. I just want to see what's in here. Dude, people are gonna want to buy this stuff up in the auction. What's in here? This is his values box. Dude. Swing Dalrod. Swiffer Sweeper. Auction's gonna be a blast. Oh, dude. I kid you not. We're literally selling property too. So, I was asked about it by several people. And yes, we are going to be selling off the properties as well. So, this castle will be a thing that you can buy, and you can choose to finish it if you want. There's several other bases. There's one over here that was started but never got finished. That was started like way at the beginning of the server. There's another one somewhere out that way, I think. I'd have to, you know what, we can actually check. City. There's this one that was started and basically was planned to never be finished because it was just so big. But if you get a good group of friends online, you could actually probably crank this out in about a month. I think this is one of the properties that Jerv is wanting to buy. That one mega corporation. Hold up. I see a storage room. I need mangrove. Okay, listen, guys. I don't want any judgment here. I'm just getting my mangrove. Just making sure that's all cyan. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. See, you guys won't even tell on me. That's why I really appreciate you guys. Ow. Stop it. Okay. So many questions, so many thoughts all at once. Auction's gonna be a blast. Well loaded, oh my. That's huge. We don't listen, we don't judge. Exactly. It's great. It's awesome. Okay. This is going to be so laggy. I'm not gonna lie, we might have to tell whoever gets this that you can't have all of this. There's so many chests, and okay, well, it's got some mangrove in it. Not anymore, but it used to. Is there anything else I want while we're here? Not that I'm shopping or anything, but I just need to know. Yeah, this is gonna be very laggy. I'm probably gonna have if somebody buys this, I might tell them, depending on who buys it and if they're going to be using the storage system. If they use it, I'll ask that they remove their other storage systems in the world. But, if they're not going to use this, I'm going to ask that they tear out the chests, because, oh my goodness, this would be so laggy if you load this in plus like every other storage system in the server, this one would be causing half the lag. This make me wonder, how long did he spend on this? The storage room, I think, was like, I want to say it took him like 8 hours total. I want to say, I can't remember. He said the city as a whole, so far, I think took him somewhere around 40 hours, and maybe even longer than that, maybe 50. The problem was he got burnt out on the roads, and then he was going to start doing the buildings. So then he started the buildings, but he didn't. He was getting bored of doing the same schematics, and then he wasn't sure if he wanted to do the interiors. And then when he looked at doing the interiors, it was like, that's a lot. It is a lot to do interiors on all of the buildings, and then, you know, then it just kept going. Like, I mean, if you go out here, you can see he didn't plan for it to stop for quite a while. It was supposed to stop somewhere over here. I don't know how he was going to do the stop, but it was supposed to stop somewhere over here, because there's going to be a dam. How much time does bro have? Allegedly not much, but I think it was more of a priority thing. He prioritized certain things over other things, and, you know, that's fair. I won't... How much do I want to say? See, I'm not about trash talking or anything, but I will say, just judging from the way things went, it wasn't just about where his priority lied in terms of time, but it's also about what seemed to have suited him the best at that moment in terms of favor with certain people. There's some things there. But yeah, no, this will be for sale, I guess. Also, I need to decide the rules of the auction, because I would hate for one person to come in and buy everything, especially the properties. So I might make a rule where somebody can't buy all of the properties and all of the S tier loot that he has. We are going to sort out all of the boxes and stuff so that there's I want to make it fun, but I also don't want to make it like, I don't want to make it unfair to some people, because it's like, you know, you go to the auction, you want to buy stuff, but you don't want to spend all your money on one thing. It's just not fun. That's not fun. It's fun for some people to run up the price, I will say that. This honestly is it's worth a ton because of the road already being laid out there. Like, you could turn this into an airport or something if you wanted. Really easily. Alternatively, it's really nice because he's already laid out a lot of the city. So there's a lot that you could do there with it to kind of make it... You could make it a lot more valuable. You could increase the value of it. I don't know if anyone wants this one in specific. I know the castle has been talked about by a couple of people. So if we go back there, this build was something that I've been asked about a couple of times. And he removed some of the trees, but they looked good. And it would be really easy to finish this one too. So I don't know what's this. I don't know what this is all about. Okay. Oh, here's the other city. Okay, I was trying to find this. This is one of Bionic's other builds that he started and then didn't finish. It was actually coming along pretty well. I really liked how this was coming out, and it just never went anywhere. So, you know, that's 3 properties just there that you can pretty much immediately go, oh, that's really cool. I kind of want to buy that. So we'll see. We will see. And I'm wanting to say, did he have any shops? /spawn. We're getting a little distracted, but I feel like this is a worthy distractment. I need to do it later anyway, so just kind of going through his estate to see what we would be selling off. Yes, he has a bookstore, and he has this this build here. Those would also be things that we could sell. Also, one of these things, the newspaper. This was something that was Bionics, but it never went anywhere. So, it's been taken over by Jerv. They asked me if they could, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, go for it. So we haven't read it yet. Let me, can I actually pick it up? Okay, I prefer to read it there. That's fine. Jerv News. Jerv Corp. Week 1. New issue every Sunday. The newest issues can be found in item frames all around Spawn. Breaking news. John S. Gollum passed away at 56. Dang. King Ragnog finally makes AFK screen on Twitch. That's not quite true, but yeah, totally. Gervasian's corporation stocks predicted to go up after competitor collapses. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Minecraft movie is releasing within the next couple of weeks. Dang. GG's, guys. That's great. I love server newspapers. I do. I really do. We might also tear out all of the old shops in Spawn, especially the ones by people that aren't playing, and just fill in Spawn with builds that look good. Because there's a lot that we could do out here in this area that would kind of fill in the area, I guess. I don't know, I hate how empty Spawn is. And maybe we do keep Spawn with all the current builds, and then we fill in the rest of the spaces. I don't know. We'll see. I might just stuff another market over in the corner just to kind of help fill that space in. I don't know. This train is sick. It's really cool. I had to finish the builder base. That's another thing. Everything that didn't get finished by any of the builders is now left to me. Bionics was probably the last builder who is active, and now he's gone. So that leaves me with a lot of unfinished projects. Speaking of unfinished projects, we have a project to finish. Very smooth transition there. Yes. So I'm gonna take all of what I've got, and I'm gonna see if I can make it work. I don't think I have enough mangrove still, so we're gonna have to probably change plans. I don't want to go with... Oh, ads are gonna start? Okay, when ads start, I'm gonna go downstairs for real this time and get some water. Because I need it, like, really badly. But, I'll see you guys after the ads are over. Yeah, we don't have enough mangrove. We'll use deep slate, I guess. Because that would give us a different color than what we've been using mostly. Outside of the yin-yang symbol. And it'll look good, so... I think that's our best bet, yeah. Oh man, gotta stay hydrated around these parts. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm thinking we kind of go like this. And then we'll do stairs along the edge here. And then on the inside, we'll do water. So it'll kind of look like this. I don't have more water. Let me go get some. Scoop. Oh, come on. You can make it. You can make it. You can make it, King. You can make it. Oh, ads are starting. Okay. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'll see you very, very soon. In the meantime, I'm just going to go spectator so that mobs don't kill me. I will catch you very soon. Okay, we're back. How's it going, everybody? There we go. And also, I need to check something over here. Yes. Okay. Sweet. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. What we're working on is we are working on the final parts of this build. I am going to finish this today, kind of like I finished Spider-Man yesterday. I'm going to spend a lot of time just grinding out the rest of it. And luckily, there's not much left to grind. It's just finish that, put one over there, and then outside of that, I'm probably going to call it done. There might be a couple of tweaks here and there. I might actually add, like, some more lighting, but I don't know where else to add it, because over here, we don't have really any lighting on the ground on this platform. So I don't know what it would look like, but we'll see. We will see. I need to seriously light up here though. So I might actually add some stone walls somewhere to kind of help keep it lit up, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's free cam. I don't want free cam. So we're back down here, and that's where I'll go back to. Come on. That's where I'll go back to survival. Okay, so all I gotta do is just fill in this space right here. And just like that, good. Okay, We are so back. Heck yeah, let's go. How's everybody doing, by the way? I haven't gotten to ask that earlier in the stream. I do mean to, though. Everyone have a good week. I know the weekend is here, so if you had a bad week, hopefully a good weekend will accompany you instead. I don't know if any of you have any big plans for this weekend. I don't for this weekend. But I'm going to try to spend a lot of that time getting my last minute goals done for March. Or at least get them a step closer to completion. We're behind on a couple of things, so that's how I'm gonna probably spend most of my weekend. Is probably game development, and then I'm gonna spend some time just with friends. I think, cause I've realized something. I've neglected my friendships the last couple of months. Oops. It doesn't matter how hard you try, it just sort of happens, and it's like, uh-oh. Not good. Not good. So I need to hang out with some of my friends. I need to message one of my friends tonight, because I've not heard from him in a little bit. Not that he needs a babysitter or anything, but, you know, you do gotta check up on some people every once in a while, and I want to make sure he's doing okay. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, game development sounds like fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It takes a lot of time and patience. That's what I hate about it. Okay, I'm gonna do something that's a cheat, but I don't care. Slash game rule, TPS yeah, slash game rule, random tick speed, 100, 1,000. The heck? The grass isn't spreading. Slash GPS. What? I forgot those were on random tick speed. Okay. I slash game rule. Grass slash RG info. We're in Blossom Grove. Okay. Flags. Deny spawn. Those are all set. Okay. What are there any that's like grass spreads or something like that? Grass growth. Allow. Okay. Slash TPS or slash game rule 1,000. There we go. Just gonna bump that up a little bit more. There you go. That's gonna spawn a bunch of them, but that's okay. I can work with that. There we go. Okay. This is going to cause issues, but don't worry about it, okay? I can handle this. Slash kill at E type. I gotta do slash Minecraft kill. Kill at E type equals zombified piglin. There we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, we were talking about game development. Yeah, I've been learning how to do that. It's been a lot of fun. I want to spend so much more time on it, and I've been neglecting that, and it's sad. But good news, I have time coming up very soon, the weekend. So, second the weekend hits, we're gonna spend some time on that. Uh, that way, I'd like to start doing game development streams. I think that would be so fun. Um, and then we could actually work on my big project on stream. And I think it would be kind of cool to show you guys how we made it by being able to go back to our live streams and saying like, yeah, we did every single thing right there on stream. Oh, I have my bone meal. Okay. Oh, take that back. Thank you. That's me neglecting Snapchat. I feel bad. I'm not on like any social media anymore besides like Twitch and YouTube a little bit, but I'm not even really on YouTube all that much. And it's like my friends will send me a TikTok or they'll send me a reel on Instagram, and it's like I don't see those because I'm not on those platforms really anymore, and it makes me feel a little bad. Life gets busy, unfortunately, but it's nice that you're making time to spend with them / check on them. Yeah, I'll respond to that after stream. Yeah, I've got some big things coming up that's gonna make it harder to spend time. So it's like I definitely want to do that now before it's not too late. I don't want to make it sound like it's dire or anything, but I don't want to miss my chance there to get some last really, really good memories in with some people before we're all busy again, because summer is really mean, for one. Oh my goodness, summer sucks. Or, wait, not summer. Sorry, school. Summer is great. Summer is the reason we celebrate, We don't have... Nobody has school during summer. Gosh. Yeah, school's an issue. Okay, I don't want that. So then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ain't bad. School does suck. Too busy. Yeah. Did I say that was 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll find out. So it was 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Yep. Okay. I just gotta go all the way across. To be honest, I was surprised you have friends. That's so fair. I don't give off the vibe. I'll say that much. But yeah, I do. I do have friends. They're all cool. Sadly, okay, a lot of them used to stream, but sadly a lot of them don't anymore. And again, that goes back to the time conversation between having a job and school and trying to be somewhat social with their own family. It's like near impossible to stream on top of that, and I can't blame them. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make that work just yet. I know I'm going to. It's just a matter of how. Life got very expensive very quickly, and that's not a problem. It's just a small obstacle in the way of happiness. Okay, there we go. I need... Nope. Hey, put that away. Okay. I need some of the water from over there. I should honestly have 2 buckets on me. I don't know where my other bucket went. I like the optimism. I try to keep it the best I can. You know, life's too short to be uh not a pessimist. I think pessimism does have its place, but it's too short to only look at the negatives. And right now I do think there's probably not enough optimism in the world. I'm hungry. Whoa. I got really hungry all of a sudden. Okay. I know what I'm doing after stream. Might have to make another waffle. Okay, here's a question for you guys. For those of you who eat waffles, and if you don't eat waffles, you can apply it to pancakes or toast. I'll even allow toast. Um, how do you like your waffles? Do you what do you put on them? Do you like I know a lot of people, um, especially in my community, really seemingly love to put a copious amount of syrup and butter on theirs. And you know, I respect it. I really do, because I'm kind of a similar way. um, but I'm curious what all you guys prefer. I honestly prefer peanut butter on my waffles and my toast and my my pancakes. It's just better. But you know, I also respect that not everybody is that way. So many great things in life though cancels out some of the sadness at least. Absolutely. I'm glad I live in a time period where, you know, we can look at those bright sides. Single-handedly the best thing that ever happened to me this year, well, okay. Not true. But one of the best things that has happened to me this year was when I got off the social medias as much as I've been on them. Because the second I got off of them, I stopped getting like all that negative stuff of like all the politics, all the drama, all the this person's actually not who you thought they were kind of stuff. And I got away from that, and all I'm doing now is doing my own thing. It's like, man, life is great. I live in a day and age where I can be on the internet and I can talk to people from across the world with very low latency. I can play video games and just yap about whatever I'm wanting to talk about and whatever I'm feeling. I can sit here and I can um learn game development. I can sit here and play video games, you know? That's like a big thing in and of itself. I could have been born back in the medieval days and like probably been a potato farmer. And you know, being a potato farmer, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a fulfilling life for some people, but for me, like I don't know how I'd feel yet. I'd have to look into it maybe, but it's not probably my first choice of fulfilling lives. But you know, what I've been able to do so far has made me very, very grateful, because it's just like, you know, I can actually really choose my own path on a lot of this, and it's nice. It's very nice. Everything: butter, syrup, chocolate sauce, whipped cream, fruits, you name it. Oh, dude, chocolate sauce, whipped cream. That's some good stuff right there. And fruit too. I do like some strawberries, or you can even throw some blueberries on there, raspberries. Any berry, honestly, could probably go on any of those dishes I mentioned earlier. It would be good. Sit and yap, heck yeah. It really is. I've been kind of off social media the past 2 weeks, and it's definitely helped in changing my perspective. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. I don't know. I don't know how I put up with being on social media for as long as I did. it's kind of crazy. I mean, it makes sense. They engineer those apps to be addicting, so it's not all that surprising. But it's really nice being off of them. I don't know how they get so addicting. It starts off being very positive and feeling good being connected to everybody, and then it goes from that to the absolute worst thing in the world, but you can't get off of it. Because what if you do see something really nice and cute that day? Potato farmer, what a win to be able to experience everything this world has to offer in this time we live in. Absolutely. I may not be born in time to explore space and fight with lightsabers and whatever. And I may not have dragons to slay or whatever, but I live in a world where I can make that happen through virtual means, and that's pretty darn good. You know, I can't wait. I guess I haven't talked about this before, and my game, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but because we're doing planetary travel and all this sci-fi stuff, there's actually going to be a world that you can visit that's going to have dragons that you can literally fight, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. Lightsabers are long time ago. That's true. That long time ago, galaxy far, far away. But, you know, maybe they'll make their way to our galaxy soon. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. I need to go home, and I need more bones. Thank you. Okay. That should be enough. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, potato farming might not be so bad. At first, I kind of just threw it out there, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be a potato farmer. But farming is its own thing. I mean, if you've ever played Stardew Valley, then it's like, okay, yeah. Farming could be very satisfying. I don't know if it's for me, but maybe. I don't know how much you've talked about your game, but the little I just heard right now sounds super cool. Can't wait to see more of it. You guys want me to start talking about the game? I don't mind talking about it. I love talking about it. But, the hard thing is I don't know how to shut up. So, once it starts, I can't promise that I'll ever stop. It's big. It's big. I'm gonna talk about it. You don't have to ask me to talk about it. I'll just do it. So it is a how do you even describe it? This has been a game in the back of my head for about 8 years. Almost longer than that. No, wait, hang on. We were living in Maryland when I got it, so it would have been 12 years now. I was 8. I was 8 years old. I'm 20. Somebody do the math on that. I was 8 years old. So 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. It's been in the back of my head for about 12 years now. And essentially I remember I wanted like a really in-depth Star Wars game that put you into the world, and like you could really feel like you were there. And at the time I didn't realize it. The technology just wasn't there. It was not ever going to be able to be there, at least for the foreseeable future. Because I wanted like branching dialogue for every single choice that could be made, and I wanted you to really be able to experience everything the game had to offer, and the world had to offer for that matter, and it was going to be so in-depth, kind of stupidly large scale, and it didn't exist. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll make it one day. And, you know, things never existed that would make that realistically possible. Until recently. We have AI now. And I know AI is a little bit of an ethical dilemma, but the way I'd be using it isn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That would be... What's the middle of 23? Oh, wait, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, right there. That's the middle. Okay. But AI exists now, so I was like, okay, that's pretty much one of the big things about it was I wanted immersion, so you could talk to the NPCs and stuff, and it would be really cool. And you know, Knights of the Old Republic had that. If you've ever played Knights of the Old Republic, but it wasn't like super in-depth dialogue and all that stuff. I wanted the player to really be able to talk to the NPCs to a certain degree. And so now that we have AI, I've looked into it. You can use AI in video games pretty easily, and it works pretty darn good from the little bits I've seen. And essentially, where we're at with things is it is going to... My game, because I don't have the license to make Star Wars games, it is going to be a sci-fi open world RPG game, and it's going to be really in depth. So the basis of it is this galaxy is around you, and it has its own thriving story that just goes without you interfering with it. So if you just want to be a potato farmer, the game is going to progress without you. And it's going to change how you potato farm even. So even if you're not doing something to progress the story is going to progress you. And NPCs will stop by and talk to you, and you can talk to them through your mic, and then they'll respond back with unique responses. And then like the whole thing is like, these are people that you're gonna be able to talk to and form like the NPCs are gonna be able to form friendships with you, and you can rizz up your NPC if you so wish, and that has its own whole family dynamic on top of it. And then you can explore all these planets, and each planet is going to have its own like backstory to it. It's gonna have its own creatures in it. So, for example, I kind of want to do like a Middle Earth kind of planet, and so there's gonna be dragons there, and it's gonna have like castles and knights and such. And when you get there, this is a little spoiler, but when you get to that planet, it's going to be very clear to you, like it's way out there by itself. There's a whole bunch of stranded people here that crash landed, and the technology was lost. So now they're using medieval weaponry. They went down several centuries and millennia, really, into medieval times, and now there's dragons and such there. And you can choose how you want to live that. You could live your entire life in that game on that planet. You could choose to forgo all your technologies and such and just live on that planet, because there's going to be so many NPCs that you can talk to. And there's going to be several NPCs in the game that are custom built that have like set priorities and goals. But there's also going to be plenty that fill out the cities to give it extra life, that are just going to be there, and the game auto-generates them. But once you talk to them, the game saves it. So the second you talk to John Smith, he doesn't despawn. In fact, he follows his same schedule every day or every week, because he'll have a weekly schedule. And oh man, okay. And so then you can like really get to know these people, and like I'm sorry. it's my big problem with like games like Starfield, which is just space Fallout sort of. It's not even really space Fallout. It wasn't super well done, but a lot of those open world games like Bethesda style games they're usually just so empty at certain points because it's like, okay, I've talked to all the NPCs, now what? There's all these people, but they don't really say anything. They don't have any purpose. And it's like, that's okay to have no purpose to a certain degree, but what if every character that you met in a game, whether they were named or not, actually had a life? And that's kind of the big basis of it all. And then you have a super in-depth character creator where you're going to be able to paint on the hair onto the character. So if you want them to have facial hair, you don't have to worry about like, oh, do they have the right style I want? Do they have the right thickness, the right colors? You can select all that yourself. You can paint it on. Same thing with head hair. It gets really in-depth there. You can create your own faction and hire mercenaries and hire an army. You can collapse entire planets and civilizations if you wish. You could build a Death Star. There's not a technical end to the game. The end is whenever you choose to be done. It's going to be a sandbox, not in the style of oh yeah, the game allows you to build anything, which it does, but it's a sandbox in the fact that it allows you to build whatever story you want. And that's all it's about, is about the player getting to make their own story. And so to help the player make their own story, in fact, I've already started working on the idea of this and how it's going to work, but we're developing mod tools so that players can mod in their own planets easily. They're going to be able to make their own NPCs very easily, their own weaponry. I had an idea earlier. You can probably, if we can make it work, we're going to try to make it so that you can make your own religions in the game. So if you want there to be a religious group out there that you want to create a storyline with, then you can go ahead and make that in our modding tool, and it's going to be super easy. It's going to all be in one program. So if you want to make a planet, it opens up a template, and then it says, okay, what's the water contents? What's this? What's that? What's this? And atmospheric pressure, and it's going to calculate all that for you, and it'll try to create an authentic experience there. And then you know, everything about it is so intricate. That's what I really love about the game, is it's not a lot of games. For example, Minecraft, we love it because it's simple. Everything is so simple. There are some intricate things like, you get into redstone and all that. It gets really complicated. But I want to get down to the nitty-gritty with everything in Omnia. And it's gonna suck to make because it's going to literally be a lifelong project. But if I just start on a couple of features today, give me a couple of years and we'll have a game. And that's the thought process anyway. Sit down and hear about it. Up to you though. Riz up the NPCs. Sheesh. Yeah, I haven't plotted out the exact system yet that we're gonna use for dating, but essentially we're gonna have to build our own AI out of this because I can't find an AI that I like, because I'm very picky on the ethics of where they source their data. If they're stealing data from people to make their large language models and neural networks, I don't love that. So I'm trying to find something that's ethically sourced, free, because I don't want to have to pay $2 million a month to pay for my game. Because it also means I can keep my game price down so that people can buy it. Hopefully, I'm trying to make it under AAA value. So ideally, the game comes in at a price point of I really want it to be 20. Now due to inflation and all that, we'll see where that goes, but it could be 30, 40 by the time it releases. And if it starts selling well enough that it's like, okay, I need a team to make this game, we'll bump it up so that I can pay a team to help work on it. But ultimately, I maintain full interest in the company because it's my baby. uh, but like you said, yes, it's going to be very detailed. It's going to hit every single point. And oh, that was the thing, the NPCs. The problem I'm running into with a lot of AIs, they're free, they're open source, but they're sourcing their data incorrectly, or they're free and they have a lot of limitations, so you can't rizz up the NPCs. And so, or they're free and you can rizz up the NPCs, but they say some really wacky things that I don't really want them to say in my game. The ESRB is going to hate my game if I request them to rate it, because it will be probably rated AO 18 plus because of the fact that you could say anything and the NPCs you will eventually be able to break the AI. That's just how AI is. You can hard code things, which does sort of work, but eventually it starts breaking and it says I can't break my programming, and I don't know how to address that. But I don't necessarily want my NPCs to be saying slurs either. But if you tell my AI to say slurs, then I think that's more of a you issue than a me issue. So I don't know how we're going to approach that just yet, but that's a later issue, like a down the road kind of problem. But if I make my own AI, then I don't have to worry about it. I can easily fix my own issues. But yeah, every single point is going to be super intricate. We're going to go deep into a base building mechanism, deep into a ship building mechanism, and space battle is going to be its own thing. If you've ever played Star Wars Squadrons, it's going to be similar to that, but on a much, much larger scale. If you go into like a big war, like into a battle zone, and it's ground combat, let's say, it's going to be similar to like Helldivers, but it's also going to have the ability, you can talk your way out of fights. You can guilt trip the enemy into not killing you because you're like, oh, please, I have a wife and kids. Don't kill me. Little Jimmy's birthday is tomorrow. You can lie to the NPCs. They won't know unless you become a big enough icon in the game, in which case the NPCs will start to know your personal details, and that can come back to bite you. That's a whole other road. We could talk about the concert system and how like you'll have live events and the news broadcasts going on, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Taking it day by day definitely will help. I love the concept. It sounds awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'd definitely play it. Well, I will say this. When the demo comes out, you guys all get like first dibs on demo, obviously. But we will be giving away so many Steam keys the second we're actually ready to like release the game. Like I will probably end up over my lifetime giving out thousands of keys just so people can play it for free. I don't care if I make I don't care if I make a lot of money. I just want to make a lot of people happy. Now, obviously, making like making $1 million would be really nice. So if that happens, I wouldn't complain, but it just means I'll give out more Steam keys. That's what would happen. AI is definitely a lot of things we taken into consideration. Yep. I'm thinking I might ask a couple of my friends to give me their take on the AI. That way I can know generally what's acceptable. Because what's acceptable to me isn't always acceptable to everybody else. I'm cool with using large language models in terms of AI, because this game wouldn't be possible without using a large language model. However, I gotta ethically source that. That is one of my rules. And for example, I want the NPCs to actually speak back to you, not just text bubbles. So how do I go about that? Ethically sourcing voices is a thing. It's just really hard. So I gotta pay several people to give me their voice so that the NPCs can all speak. And that's a whole other thing that we gotta work through in a dilemma, because each person's probably gonna have different use cases for their voice, and so I gotta find blanket ways to not get around that. I don't mean to sound like I'm gonna scam people or con them out of money, but more so I gotta find ways to ethically source voices. And so what I'm thinking right now is I might have a sign up sheet that people can actually sign up to give me their voice and put them into the game, especially for named characters. And everybody goes in the credits. If you worked on the game, whether it be you worked on one small little thing like, oh, I made this gun in a mod and the developer of the game really liked it and so you added it, yeah, you're getting thrown in the credits. If you gave me your voice, you're getting put in the credits. Everybody's making it into the credits. That's just how it goes. And at the end of the game, even, it gives you a little casting. You are your own character in the game. You get a credit in the game, you as a player, which is like, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, they say thank you for playing, but why don't they thank you for playing the character? And that's one of my goals. A lot of research must be going into this. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, just a little. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Hey, Deli, good to see you, dude. It's been a while. Just wanted to say the build is going crazy. Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, we've been building some things. This is actually all done. I think we finished Bonsai Grove, so it's looking good. It's looking good. I think adding all these details will make the game liked by many. I know I'm a fan of looking past simple details and always like exploring past the small bits. They're fun, but I'm very curious. I know. That's like, that's what I want the game to be. Is like, it's as simple as you want it to be, but it's as complex as it can be. So if you don't really want to get into the geopolitical side of the game, you don't even have to touch it. But if you want to like get really deep into it, you can really learn all that stuff. And goodness, you're gonna be able to get into really deep aspects of the game, and unfortunately, like, I can't have that all done right away. So some of it is gonna kind of just be like bare bones system of like, oh yeah, here's a base building aspect of the game, and it's good enough that it could go on launch. But later on in the 1.2 update, we're gonna add a big building system, and then you know, in 1.5, we're gonna update the NPCs so that you can actually have a family. That's like a big one in the game. I'm wanting anyway, a way that you can actually kind of create a legacy in the game and just follow the same world and play different characters within that world, because your character doesn't have to die. There's gonna be easy ways to circumnavigate aging in the game. However, game time will pass, and your character will age, and characters around you will age. But you will also have the ability to go, I don't want to play this character anymore. So you can just start fresh, completely different family, You can pick one of your family members to play. Like, if you want to play as your son from then on, you can. If you just want to watch the world as a ghost, you can. And when you die, it gives you an option if you want to respawn or reincarnate. You know, you can do different methods there. I'm going to snooze the ads if it will let me. It won't let me. Shoot. Okay. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it, Deli. Should we end stream? I've got 30 seconds to do it. I don't know if I can. I don't want you guys to sit through the ads, though. I don't know. On a real note, it's crazy to think how much you've grown as a small streamer since I watched a long time ago. Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. It's been a lot of fun though. Wouldn't trade this for anything, honestly. It's been a lot of fun. I have the research part and it sounded bad. I only mentioned that because you mentioned ethically sourcing AI, which I think is good. Yes. I knew what you meant. Yeah, AI is a slippery slope. I don't want to utilize it in a way that detracts from the game's value. It should only boost everything. Like before 100 to over 1,000 is crazy. Yeah, dude, you were there first 50. You were there before I had affiliate. I remember that. Thanks for sharing the details of your game. I'm invested now. Well, I appreciate it. I love talking about it. I don't know anything about well, okay, I know a little bit about game development. I have a course that I've been taking. I need to get through that, and then I need to start making parts of the game just as little features that I feel like are fun, and eventually, hopefully, we'll have a demo ready that you guys will be able to play. And I hope so much that it turns out well. We'll see. We will see. Are you guys in ads right now? Because I was gonna end. I was going to. Just got out. Okay, nice. Yeah, I man, that game's gonna be so fun. And like I said, I've had it in my head 8 years or 12 years now. 12. I had it in 2012, which was 12 years ago. Wow, 13 now. I was 8 years old. I know that much. I can math. I just didn't know how to make games back then, and the idea only grew over that time. It only grew. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't. Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys letting me yap about that. That was a lot of fun. And we also finished Bonsai Grove. So, just to kind of quickly go over it, this is the starting area. And we're just going to kind of fly through here. Oop. Okay. That's great. I forgot I was in free cam. Okay, let's come over here. There we go. So we turn on that. Okay. So this is Bonsai Grove, and it was about a quarter of the way done when I came to finish it. And that was about a month and a half ago, I guess. And I think it turned out very, very well. This is beautiful. And I hope it at least is somewhat satisfactory. I'm not the original builder of a lot of these buildings. I didn't design these. I did build them, but I didn't design those. Those were built, well, those were copied over there. One of my other guys built them, and I just like, you know what? That's good. We'll use those. And then I added the pathway, added this archway, which is just a copy of the other archway, and then this platform. And I think the platform turned out very well. I was not expecting it to go this way, but you know what? That yin yang symbol looks beautiful. That is. I'm happy with this. I am actually just happy with this. I think I would do some of those builders proud. You know, it's been over a year in the making. We started Bonsai Grove back in February of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And it's about time that it got done. So today I am officially calling it done. I don't care if somebody else says it's not. It's done. I said so, so therefore it is. I have some admin work to do to actually call it done because I've got to expand World Guard claims and reset the spawn points and a couple of other things. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Bonsai Grove. All right, have a good night. I'll pop back in some point, probably in a few months or so, like normal. Also, the build goes crazy. Thank you very much, Dahlia. It was good seeing you, by the way. The free cam movement is so satisfying. It's so nice. I love it. We are going to end stream here, so if you guys stick around, you'll get some free champ points, and you'll get to meet a cool streamer along the way. So I encourage you guys to stick around for that. We are going to say hi to Kit because she's streaming. And I need a mod. I need to be a mod. You guys can't tell on me here, but I'm very proud of her, okay? Her very recent streams have been so good. Not that her old streams are bad, but her recent streams have been really good, really enjoyable to watch. And it shows because on YouTube her viewership is going up. Like, it's insane. She deserves a lot more support, and I think she's gonna get it soon. So go hop in the raid, get some free champ points, and meet a cool streamer along the way. I'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow. We might be doing a stream tomorrow on Stardew. There's also a chance I don't, though. So we'll see. But either way, I will be back Monday for sure. Back on King SMP. So I'll see you soon, hopefully. And yeah, good night, guys.